everybody, and welcome to the show. This is very exciting, actually. It is Adriana
Yes, it is.
Chechnya, Chinakova. I don't know. She's got
No,
she's
I'm
got one of
not saying
your
it
last
is.
name. Yeah, and we don't want you to say it.
It's
Yes.
iconic.
It's iconic. Your last
Yeah,
name?
yeah.
I don't know about that.
That means like it's big. Like it matters. Like I'm gonna matter in this world.
Oh, you're a big deal.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Just kidding. Not
Well,
actually.
Well, anyways,
I don't actually matter.
we're actually not gonna, give last names because we are on the internet. Okay, so we'll just call you Adriana. And
Yes.
but anyways, so allow myself to introduce myself. I screwed that up so bad. I'm Pastor Chris. I am the
That
youth
was great.
pastor. Shut up, Adriana. I am the youth pastor of Collective Youth, and I am joined. By the way, I am not the host of this. Adriana.
Well,
She is the big deal. She's the host. She's the one in charge. And the best part about all of this, we have no idea what we're doing. Isn't that right, Adriana?
true. We've never done this before. This is the first time. You guys are seeing this for the first time.
And this is it. No practice, no nothing. This is just what we're trying to do. So
True. We're trying to get a podcast.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And
Yes.
the truth is, you might be going, Pastor Chris, that's so cool. How do you know how to do this?
We don't.
We don't do this. So, but anyways, I hope to encourage you. If you're bored at home, grab some people, grab a brother, grab a sister, start a podcast, because that's essentially what we're doing right now.
We'll put you on YouTube.
Yes, YouTube. Oh, good plug. CY's
YouTube channel. Collective
YouTube channel. Yeah. Or you can just go ahead and put graceoc.com //
I don't know. I've never really got on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's / and I don't know what's back.
Make sure when you're trying to go to youth, you do uppercase C and then uppercase Y, because there's like billions of Collective Youth channels. And it has our logo, which maybe we can edit in, maybe not. I don't know. We don't really know how to edit.
We do have a logo on that. But anyway, Speaking of youth ministry and things we've been up to, Adriana, what have you been up
to? School, running. I run for fun, and I work out all the time because there's nothing more to do, to be completely honest with you. And I eat a lot of food because that's important.
You run for fun?
Yeah. Like 6 to 7 miles, maybe 8 every day.
Oh my gosh. Like, I don't even...
It's fun. 8? Sometimes 10.
Dude, I don't
but
even...
But that's like very... Not really. It's like... Yeah.
So
it's kind of fun.
So wait, I know you run track, but are you the long distance category of running? Or,
like 3,000 meters. 3,000 meters. Like, it's like almost 2 miles. It's 200 meters less than 2 miles. Half a lap less. And the 1,500, which is 100 meters less than the mile. I don't know. Girls always have to do less than the boys. I don't know why, but I don't mind, honestly. As long as
you don't mind.
Cuts off what I have to do.
Wow. Unbelievable. Speaking of running, though, we do have a special guest coming on the show later on. His name.
He is crazy.
Yes, he is insane.
We're not going to expose the last name, but.
No last name exposure. But his first name is Justin.
Justin.
Yes.
You guys probably have seen him.
Yes.
Jamming out on stage.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He plays electric guitar for Collective Youth.
Crazy good.
And for reals, though, he is low-key famous right now. Have you seen his Spotify stuff, Adriana?
His Spotify, he got, like, I think 32nd in the state out of Class A boys, which is, like, the best of the best. That's, I think, it might have even been better.
Wait, for
maybe
for
even where
Spotify?
I think I'm just kind of. No, for running.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
yes,
his achievements. Yes. He's, like, one of the best runners in the state.
Yes.
And he's crazy good.
Yeah, it's annoying.
He runs with the best of the best.
He really is good at everything, and I hate him a little bit for that.
Like, if you give him an instrument, he could play it.
Yes.
Banjo.
Yes, I know.
Banjo skills.
I had my banjo in
harmonica.
My office. Harmonica. Like, who
it's
does
crazy.
This? He's an awesome guy. He's also a runner. Very cool guy. Justin. He's
on my team.
Yeah, you go to the same school, correct?
Yeah, he's on my team. So I get to watch him run every day. He has the most determination out of anyone on that team. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
He's
Like,
crazy good.
like he's got like that tunnel vision. Like you can just see in his
Yeah.
if you ever see Justin run, go ahead and check out his Instagram. He's just like like so determined.
Yeah. I was gonna
It's
say it, but
insane.
it has his last name in it. But if you find it.
What is your running face?
My
Adriana?
face, I guess
Yeah.
yes. I'm on. Did it cut out?
Yeah,
Maybe
it
it's because I
did.
backed up. All right, because I don't know. I usually have a blank face for the most part.
It's just like
Just like
stoic.
kind of with my mouth open because I'm breathing, obviously, until the very end when I'm like really tired. Then sometimes I'm like,
Do you want to hear something really random I thought about the other day?
I don't know, maybe.
You'd appreciate this. Okay, so I'm from
Scared.
Florida. Okay, Florida is a weird place. Like, and to run in Florida is awful. Never do that. It's
like hillbilly station.
Hillbillies. I'm not a hillbilly.
Well,
I mean, I know I wear camo, but okay. Florida isn't all like swamplands and.
We love Florida though.
Yeah, I love Florida.
But where he was.
Yeah, where
I like Florida. My grandma was in Florida. My grandma. She was in Florida.
She's a grandmother. That's good to know. Okay, so here's my random thought I had the other day, Adriana, and you can attest to this. So when I was in Florida, I would take my dog out for a walk, and when she ran, she would have her mouth open, like because that's how dogs.
That's what dogs do. Yeah.
Yes, to cool off their bodies when they're hot. When I walk Addie up here in the wintertime, she runs without her mouth open. Like she runs with her mouth shut.
My dogs kind of do that. If it's cold. If it's hot, then it's all different. But
I know,
it depends because my dogs are like adjusted to the weather here. So like 40 is like hot, you know?
That is true. Yeah, my dog hates the snow. You guys know Addie, by the way. Addie, the Bible dog.
The Bible dog with ADHD.
With ADHD.
Like me.
Yep. In fact, I think I remember the first time I met you, Adriana, you fed my dog pizza.
Did I?
I'm almost positive.
Well, but are you mad about it though?
It was a whole slice of pizza. And it was
I did not do that. I have 2 dogs. I know better.
It was a large piece of pizza. But anyways, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny seeing a dog run without their mouth being open. It was just very.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is very weird.
I don't like when my dogs open their mouth. I think it's gross.
Oh, because it's a what kind of dog do you have?
I just want it closed. I have 2 rescue dogs from Aruba.
From Aruba?
Yeah, like they were like there's a foundation and it's called New Life for Paws, and my mom like flew one dog out, and then we ended up getting another one through the same people. They like brought it back and it needed a home, so they gave it to us, and now we have 2.
So you basically airlifted your dog.
Yeah,
from
and
Aruba.
you had to. We paid for the one, and the other one they gave it to us for free.
That's crazy.
Because they killed the dogs in Aruba because there's too many.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that we rescue them.
Oh, that's
exciting. We'll pray for them. We'll pray for those terrible people.
We'll pray for them. Absolutely. Well, hey, what about, have you been enjoying the CY YouTube channel? Have you been doing the CY Instagram challenges, all that kind of stuff? Have you done your push-ups?
I do not like challenges like that, only because there's a lot of people that follow me, and I love reading Bible verses and things like that, but those videos go places. And so I just like because you could see when somebody tags you, it like shows up in your DM. So I'll it, but I won't respond. Like I'm not going to do it. But I wanted to do the push-ups. I really did. But I do 50 push-ups every day as like an arm workout. And so like, then it would just look like I suck at push-ups because I'm tired from doing push-ups already. You know?
Okay, you're doing push-ups for our CY Word Up Challenge. We will do this. If you do 50, then I don't know. Like, okay, so right now it's at 10. 10 push-ups. You have to say a memory verse.
Oh, I thought you had to just keep going while you did the memory. I could do.
No.
Oh, maybe I'll do it. I don't know. There's just a lot of challenges I've been tagged in that I just. Oh, people are bored. Let's just say that.
Don't get me wrong. There's been a lot of challenges that I have not done either. Like from random people that have nothing to do with church. But this is a good one because it's.
This is a good one. You read a Bible verse. You're right. No, it is a good one. I bet I was tagged by Justin, who's coming on. Actually, I was tagged by him.
He's okay. We're gonna press.
He tagged you too.
Yeah, I know.
On camera.
Okay, I just want to get this out there. Stop challenging me. I've had
Yeah,
like
seriously. I'm done. I'm
5.
good. I'm done.
No, challenge Adriana. She needs to do
No.
this. But I have been challenged by like 5 people already, and I'm just like, I'll do my 10, and then actually I'm working on 20 for next week. Believe it or not.
I can do. We should do that. We should do weekly, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's what I do.
You can. I don't think you can do 20 push-ups though.
Me?
I don't think you can. I think you're built like a toothpick.
Well,
I think you're built like a toothpick.
all right. That's fine. I know what I can do, so it's fine.
Well, I'm just saying you're gonna have to prove it.
I ate a burger last night.
I ate 2, so ha!
I'll eat 4. I have a bagel right here.
It really annoys me. Like, have you seen like? Have you ever heard of like Michael Phelps? You've heard of him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like super fit, super skinny, all that kind of good stuff. Like body fat of like -3. Okay, like
Which is not good. You really shouldn't have that, but yeah.
Well,
Okay.
either way,
I'm not hating on him, but like for like a girl.
well, yeah.
I like him. No, he's cool.
But homeboy eats like 10,000 calories a day.
Yeah. It's about eating right. If you eat like he eats right, so that actually makes more sense now that you're telling me that, because even if he does, he's also working out at a level that most people aren't working out at. So it doesn't matter because he's burning off those calories. It's the same with me. I kind of eat whatever, but then I go run 6, 7, 8 miles and it's fine. It's gone.
How many miles would it take for me to burn off a bagel with cream cheese?
It depends on how fast you go, but probably like only like 3 or 4, maybe 5.
Miles?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna run 5 miles just because I ate a bagel.
Right. You don't have to because a bagel is good.
But not really. It has carbs. It has cream cheese. Okay. What? Okay. This is gonna annoy the heck out of me. What is healthy food? Because I have one person that tells me,
"Oh my goodness,
you can't eat this," or
they're wrong. They're absolutely wrong.
Please tell me.
Listen,
what is healthy food?
This is going on YouTube, and I'm not a nutritionist. Do not do what I say. Talk to somebody who does your diet, because I just want to give that like a PSA kind of thing, because I don't want anybody saying that. Oh, I did what she said.
Yeah. So
but
no one sue Adriana.
no one do that. But people are always like, okay, take carbs out of your diet. Do this. Take carbs. Take sugar. Take all this different stuff. But there's like fruit has sugar in it. You can't. You shouldn't be taking fruit out of your diet. If you take carbs out of your diet, you're gonna be hungrier, which is gonna cause you to eat more. You have to have carbs. That's really important for you. And like that's what keeps you going. That's what keeps you moving. But it's the amount you're having and what they are. Like you could have white rice, and that could be the same amount of carbs that is in 2 brownies. So it's like, what are you gonna choose?
Brownies.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But that's what I'm saying. That'd be the unhealthy choice versus the healthy choice. Like,
but it's the same. You just said it's the same thing. You guys heard it here, folks.
It's not.
You can eat as many carbs as you possibly can.
Right, but you're getting more sugar out of the 2 brownies. Also, it's not going to help you in the long run where the bagel is. You're going to have more energy. You're just going to crash with the brownies.
What's the difference? Okay, what is your stance on pasta? Can I have pasta, or is that bad?
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't be eating, like, for people who, like, are runners and things like that, like pasta, rice, like, we eat a lot, like, a large amount of it. But, like, if you're not running and you're just someone who kind of, like, lifts or walks your dog, like, there's not that, like, extra exercise in there. You shouldn't be having large amounts of pasta, but you can eat pasta. You could also get the whole grain pasta or the colored pasta, just things that aren't like the same white carbs. Like there's different ways to eat it that are going to make it better. Also, what you incorporate in your pasta and what you're eating alongside of it, it's going to make a big difference.
What about donuts?
I don't really know. I don't love donuts, and you shouldn't be eating them every day, but I think that if you have it once in a while, it's good. You should be able to treat yourself, I believe.
Well, I'm going to treat myself every single day, every hour.
That's fine.
On the hour. So anyways, that concludes our very first segment. Stay tuned for our guest.
I'm going to get Justin.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you guys for coming back to the Adriana and Pastor Chris podcast experience. And I am so excited. Adriana, why don't you introduce our guests?
We are with our special guest, Justin. Now,
Hi there.
We have clarified that we will not say last names on here.
Because we are on the internet.
Because we are the people. But
Because
we
we
are on the
can get
internet.
doxxed.
True that. But
It's true.
Justin is here with us now. We had a couple technical difficulties, but now we're here. And yeah, it's
I'm
exciting.
coming to you on bandwidth.
Yeah. Speaking of bandwidth, though. Segue.
Yeah?
Segue.
Nice.
Okay, your Spotify has blown up. Like, can you talk a little bit about that?
What happened was, when this whole coronavirus business started, and I had this idea for a song in my head because when I formed the Romeo Boys, which is my current band as of 2020, my
Great
pal,
band name.
thank you. My pal Nick Dugan and I, Adriana, you might know him.
Yeah.
And we were trying to figure out what songs we could play for our set list, and so we decided one of them would be My Sharona, which is that famous 1979 hit by the Knack. And, you know, we go through that, and I think, oh, that's great, we know how to play My Sharona now. But then all of a sudden, coronavirus happens, and all of a sudden, I decide, well, what if I did My Corona?
And the idea was born.
I knew that. I knew like a million people already had that idea. It's just that I thought I was the first one to do it, and I was. I was probably the first one to write a My Corona song. It took me about probably 20 minutes to compose that whole thing. And
That's hilarious.
All of a sudden, as I'm finishing the recording and getting ready to upload it, I see other people have put up their own My Coronas.
Mhm.
And so I'm thinking, oh, shoot,
Yep.
well, obviously there was no way I was the only man on earth who thought of this. But now I want to get my stuff up there too, so other people can see that one, that version. So now there's like 5 My Coronas on Spotify right now, believe it or not.
Wow. Okay.
So
I want to tell you a true story, though, Justin. And Adriana,
Yeah?
tell your cat to shut up. Why is this cat
shut
yelling?
your doors like
We are
I do.
live streaming, cat.
I know. He's excited. He wants to be in the video, but he's over here.
Oh, well, cats
cute.
are evil. No,
love cats.
so true story, Justin. When the whole COVID-19 situation broke out, or whatever, I had thought, oh man, I'm probably gonna have to do a CY collective. Like, I wanted to do online, but I wanted to call it a Corona collective.
A Corona collective.
Yeah,
But they did not let you, did they?
No, and I'm very glad that we didn't, because that would have been bad.
Bad,
But
yes. People
I
get
remember-
angry.
I remember this, and you can text Daryl at our church, because I had this conversation. Hey, I want to do this, and I want to have Justin sing
Sorry.
My Corona instead of My Sharona for our
Really?
service. I promise you, like, as soon
And
as
this was before I uploaded it.
yes, this is 100% before.
Oh, yeah,
and-
you were telling me about that. Yeah.
yeah.
Tell me.
Well,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
it was just an idea. I was goofing.
Yeah.
It was more of a joke at first, and then here you come. I see your
With My
Spotify
Corona.
singing My Corona, and
Yeah.
I think people can take it one of two ways, because
Uh-oh.
obviously, well, yeah. Oh, what is this cat?
Nice
Go
furball.
away, cat.
I was waiting for that. I knew that was coming. Okay.
Adriana,
Shut the doors.
Pastor Chris, and Cat Podcast
Excluding Justin.
with no Justin. So sorry, we're talking about Justin. No, but I think people can kind of take that one or two ways. One, they could be offended by it, but the truth is,
Yes, I was
Yeah.
well aware of that after I uploaded it.
okay.
No one
Yeah, a lot of people are
actually
getting offended.
no one said anything, but I understand it's a very brutal issue. I mean, I pray about it
Yeah,
every night
but
that
but
this
here's
county
thing.
gets better, but
yeah, but here's the thing. Like, I think it's important, especially in really difficult situations, to have a sense of humor
Yeah,
And
I agree.
And that's
how
the
people deal with it.
important part. That's why, that's why a lot of these people, you're better off if you learn to laugh at things. Now,
Right.
I was laughing at it because it was like, holy cow, this couldn't have gone any worse. And now it's at our doorstep, and the opportunity is there.
yeah.
Jacob actually brought that up to me when he was practicing at my place one time. He said, Justin, you're actually helping people by, giving them something to laugh at, And I never thought of it that way. But of course, there are those people that do take it, one step further, and sometimes they do get a little offended, so you just have to give and take.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
I definitely
True.
I definitely approached it from a neutral perspective, telling you honestly up front. I was really saying, I just want to make a song because the opportunity is there for the joke, my Corona.
Yeah.
Right.
I wasn't doing it saying I need to help people or I want to piss people off. So
Right.
It brings
in the
light
end-
to like a negative situation.
Yeah.
But in the end, it did both, and I've got 3,000 hits on Spotify plus
Yes.
2,000 monthly listeners. So I mean, it
I love
seemed
that.
profitable to me.
Well, that's crazy.
That's so good.
And you know what though? I think, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was like the last collective where we're all at. Like I talked about us not being so easily offended by everything.
Yeah.
Because the truth
Triggered.
the truth is this, like, if you really want to, you can be offended by everything.
Everything.
Yeah, absolutely everything.
Yeah.
There's always something to be triggered at, or it helps. It helps. Seriously, it helps.
Yeah.
Don't always take what everyone's saying so seriously.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that all that much.
Yeah.
I trust me. I think I used to take things a lot more seriously, but I think I've kind of learned to relax, especially that now that I have the ability to relax more in this time of resting per se.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, for sure. Well, let me ask you this, Justin, and it was good. The last segment we didn't really talk too much about it, and I really kind of want to hit this in the last two segments here.
Yeah.
But Justin, why don't you talk a little bit about your faith and how you're keeping it strong, even during this epidemic, really?
I've that's a good question, actually. I've been, because I've been hearing about it. I tuned into the morning service yesterday, and just before I did that, my father was saying, well, Justin, I think you should be thankful, of course. He just brought it up out of the blue. Just thankful, of course, for, how things have gone for us so far, because we're doing all right. And next thing you know, there's Pastor Jared on there going, I believe that we could truly have thanks for all this,
Ooh, great impression.
And I've been really, it's all about maintaining your faith. John Lennon and Yoko Ono said something funny. Now, they weren't talking about faith, they were talking about their relationship, but you can apply it to this scenario because John Lennon went, well, it's, you can't just say, oh, we're in love and that's it. You have to, it's like a plant. You have to water it, and keep feeding it, You have to maintain it, So what I've done is I've always been reading my Bible every night. I've got the Jeremiah New International Version one.
Ooh.
And yeah, it's a study one. And
cool.
yeah, and on top of that, I just finished reading a book. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called The Case for Christ.
By Lee Strobel.
Yes. I finished that one. And then I finished The Case for a Creator, which is, his third book in the series.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a second one called The Case for Faith, so now I have to order that one.
Yeah, those are awesome books. And Lee Strobel, he's
Study Bibles.
Study Bibles are great too. But yeah, Lee Strobel, he has his own YouTube thing too.
Oh, does he? I didn't know.
Yeah, where he basically does he speaks for like 30 to 40 minutes, and I want to say, he just goes from church to church. He's kind of an evangelist and travels around and basically promotes the ideas, obviously, from his book. All of his books are a fascinating read, even if you're like on the fence. It's like, is Jesus really, the thing?
Yeah.
Or even if you're a hardcore, like never doubted in your life Christian, it at least helps you understand something more.
I can't say I can't say I really ever doubted it. It's just that I never really got to know him until I was probably around 12 or 13. So, you know.
Yeah, and what I love about you, Justin, is and I don't want to brag about you and make this.
You can say whatever. I mean,
yeah, actually, you stink. No, I'm kidding. No, but when you worship on stage with us for CY, when you lead us in into worship, you can see that you're genuinely going after God in that moment. Like, can you talk about how you use music, specifically worship music, and how does that make you connect with your creator?
I have a much better time with worship music, especially the kind that Grace Community provides, because it's something I can definitely connect to more. So, I mean, a lot of us, we may come from different, denominations of Christianity, because it's, a non-denominational church. So there may be Baptists, evangelists, and all, and Catholics. For example, I'm a Catholic, and I was baptized as a Catholic when I was 1, and thing was, I never went to church as I was younger. It wasn't my choice, really. It just the way it was. I never went to church. But then my cousin Brianna, you might know her.
Yeah, I know Brianna. Yeah.
She brought me over to Grace Community a few years ago for the first time, and I just decided I wanted to keep coming here, and that was that. But back to the topic of worship music, I feel like I can connect with this. I feel like I can connect with this. I'm going to branch this in 2 parts. First part is I feel like I can connect with the music because it's stuff that I'm sort of familiar with. I'd never really known the idea of Christian rock per se, or Christian category pop music, and hearing these people that you guys introduced me to for the first time, like say Elevation or Hillsong, it definitely opened my eyes because I never knew of some kind of Christian music genre. Say like the few times that I've gone to the Catholic Church, they don't. I mean. They do encourage you to sing along, of course, with the hymns that they bring out, but it's they don't make it very easy for you, as I've noticed, but perhaps that's because I haven't gone very much. The second part of it would be, I really love how I think I like how the music has used me, and it's sort of provided for me, because, I'll always make sure to practice all the songs because you guys are able to get them out to me, 4 to 5 days beforehand. But sometimes there were a few services where there were like hard songs, like these crazy ones that I'd be like, whoa. And so I would go into church that Sunday thinking, oh my gosh, I've been practicing the song, but something's just not sticking. I don't know how I'm gonna play this. And then the second all of us get on stage and we start practicing, it's like nothing happened. Yep. It's like nothing wrong happened. I think I've been keeping track of that, of course, before communication started. Yeah. And I was thinking, my gosh, they've really been watching out for us here, Yeah. He's really been watching out for us. And so I really think the music it's been able to get me into listening to some great people, like Phil Kagi, for example. He's a guitarist, and he's been a gospel songwriter.
Yeah.
And my father's been listening to him since like 73.
Wow.
And I actually saw him at Daryl's house about a year ago. And, he's gotten me into good music like that. And, he's also allowed me to express praise and everything. And, just really give me a nice niche to get into. Yeah. Also helps me practice my instruments more, so guitar doesn't get rusty.
Yeah, true that.
So,
go ahead.
So it's just been, a lot of great things for me, and it's helped solidify my faith more, I'd say. Especially when you're performing in the collective. When you're up there, I don't know if...
I love that.
I'm always up there with, like, the times I can come. I'm always up there, like, say, next to Alex or something like that. Yeah. And for Pete's sakes, during like those last 2 songs where like you guys really try to get them all, worshiping and everything, and especially that 5-minute portion where it's like, if you haven't given yourself to Jesus and you want to, or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm up on that big stage in Middletown, and I see this huge sea of people totally invested in, the music one, and then of course, Jesus, who's over it and in it too.
Yeah.
And I think, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like this. It's,
Right.
Yeah.
So it definitely helps solidify your faith more. I'd say that.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. So that's cool, man. You got a couple of books that you've been reading. You have your study
Yeah.
Bible. You've been praying and stuff. And Adriana, did you have a question for him?
I kind of knew I knew you before you came to church, obviously, but when did you start
Yeah.
coming to church? Like our church, not
It
the Catholic church.
was, well, your church was really the first church. The only times, it's kind of grim, but the only times I've been to Catholic churches were really for like funerals and wakes.
Yeah.
But there were a select few times where I did actually go for regular service. For example, when all of us went down to, Allentown for that meet, Claire and Morgan brought me.
Oh.
But
Oh yes, yeah. We went on like an overnight, and my
yes.
team actually they allowed, because we had raced on Saturday, and then Sunday morning we were spending like a day at like this park and things.
Oh, wow.
And we were gonna go for a run. So Sunday morning before the run, if you wanted to go in the morning, you could go to the Catholic service. My coach, they got the bus to take some of the girls, and Justin went. I personally didn't go just because I've never really been to that kind of setting. But
I think that's a God-given miracle that I found out about that in time, because I just heard them talking about it, and I was like, hold on a second, you guys are going to church?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah.
That's so funny.
I was like, okay, give me a time to meet you guys. I'm going.
Wow. That's
and
crazy.
a bunch of kids went, which was awesome.
Justin, I can really, I don't know. I think me and you were kind of similar in that I actually grew up Catholic.
Yeah.
But I was Catholic in the sense that, kind of like you, we only went for funerals and maybe for an Easter type thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's so interesting that, I don't know, that grace specifically can bring so many different people together from different denominations, just like you said. I mean, we have everything from Baptists to Pentecostals to Catholics, even some Catholics who really regard themselves as former Catholics, type thing. So
yeah,
I don't know, man. It's just really cool how our church can bring so many people together.
Yeah, it really has, and I think that's great because you guys, brought a good portion of my family into it, and then you brought my part of the family into it too. So I think that's quite great. Adri, I forgot, I kind of branched off and didn't answer your question about when I did start coming to Grace.
Yeah, that's right.
It was, I'd say, well, shoot, I've been doing this for I'd say it was probably about maybe a year to a year and a half ago.
Wow.
And,
awesome. Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah. And so I think it's definitely helped me out in this great time, It's definitely helped me improve things in my outlook, so,
Oh, man. Well, praise God. Well, that's good to hear. Well, we're going to be finishing off this segment as of right now, but stay tuned. When we come back, we're still going to have Justin and Adriana here with us to discuss some different things, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Some fun topics. Love you guys.
Let's go.
We'll be right back.
What's up, everybody? We are back with the Adriana and Pastor Chris podcast and our special guest, Justin, which we already know. And it was awesome second segment. I hope you guys all got to watch that and didn't skip ahead or anything. We don't like those kind of people. Nope. But we're going to do a little Q&A session, which we kind of did before, but we're going to kind of shift it to more random topics. So somebody who has a question and wants to start can go ahead. And then if you have a question for a specific person, you can just jump in. So actually, you know what? I'll start it off.
Okay.
With Pastor Chris. I'm going to ask you a question.
Do it.
Is Addie the ADHD dog?
Oh, you lagged.
Does she have ADHD? Or do you have the ADHD? And she's just helping you.
Okay, for those of you who probably are watching this and you saw her lag a little bit, she asked me if my dog Addie has ADHD or if I have ADHD.
Oh, I forgot animals could get that.
Yeah, and the truth is...
Where is she?
No, I'm kidding. That was a joke. ADD, get it? I lose focus and
No, that wasn't funny.
I didn't click.
That was not funny at all.
I know, that's very, very sad. I'm ashamed of myself. No.
Once you told me it made sense.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Remember this, Adriana is the cool one here, not me. Okay, so don't.
And
Nor
Justin,
me.
Come on.
In every group I've been in, people identify me as like the boomer. So.
Okay, but that's
Boomer.
because you listen
Boomer.
to old
Good term.
music, which is amazing, by the way. But to answer your question, Adriana, my dog has ADHD. I'm pretty sure of that. Not me. I think I'm okay, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, you've been fine by me all these years. I mean, I wouldn't have noticed anything.
Gotcha.
We'll
All right, Justin. Justin.
Yeah.
Question for you, sir. What is your biggest fear?
Oh, good one. We should all say
Emetophobia, the fear of vomit.
Are you
Me
serious?
too, Justin. Me too. Oh my gosh.
That's a thing?
No. Yeah,
Claire
it's called emetophobia. Oh, really? Julia and I once shared a
Yes, we
moment
all have-
of that.
All
It
the
was
girls
during
in my team.
it was during the chocolate milk mile of 2018.
Okay, what is that?
Okay, so basically, I'll explain that because that's funny because I recorded it.
Genevieve.
It's basically where everybody you pour chocolate milk into a bunch of cups, and whoever wants to participate gives $5.
I'm gonna say
Go
up
ahead.
front, I do not participate in these.
Me neither,
only
because I have
spectate.
that fear. So I don't participate. And what you do is you get a bunch of red like solo cups and you fill them with chocolate milk or whatever cups, but that's like the ones we use. And you have to, when they hit, you all get a cup. And when they hit start, you drink. Then you run a lap. And when you hit start, everyone drinks the cup, and then you run a lap. Then you cut wherever you get to, you drink another one. You run a lap, and you do that until you run 4 laps, which is a mile. And whoever finishes first wins. So as you can assume, a lot of people throw up from it. But this year, no one did. I filmed it until the end. I think someone did, but I filmed it, and it was pretty fun.
In 2018, it was like Nick, Brian,
Gia.
Oh, she did too.
Yeah,
And
a bunch of people threw up.
Genevieve did, and I was just talking with Julia about it, and I said, "Oh boy, no one better heave in front of me because this is."
These are people on our team.
That's not my thing, and then all of a sudden, Genevieve just goes. Yeah.
It's a fear.
Yeah, that's legitimate. That's legitimate. All right, Justin.
I can relate.
Let's make it try to do like a lightning round and
rapid fire.
So, rapid fire.
I'll do something topical for Adri. Adri, what is something that you've taken for granted now that you've been in quarantine? Well, hopefully you've been in quarantine for a week or so.
That's a good question.
This sounds crazy, but probably the amount of time or like what I do with my friends, because sometimes it's like boring and I don't even want to go hang out with some people. Sometimes I just want to like stay home. But now that I can't hang out with them, I'm like going crazy. I'm trying to find every way to hang out with them because I'm so bored all the time, even though I'm trying to social distance. So like if I want to meet up with somebody, obviously we stand apart or something like that, or it's just like a really quick kind of thing, you know, but definitely like I'm always like, oh, that was so boring. I don't want to go next time. But I should just be like, you know what? At least I get to have their company, you know? And running with people for sure. Because running alone is terrible.
Right.
Well, it's not terrible. It's just difficult.
All right, Adriana, back at you. You asked a question.
All right, let's see. Okay, kind of just like a quick question. What is your spirit animal?
Ooh. Can I say Chuck Norris? Can Chuck Norris be my spirit animal?
No one's going to know what that is.
You know who Chuck Norris is? I bet you Justin knows who Chuck Norris is.
Of course I know who Chuck Norris is.
Everyone's going to attack me in the comments.
Wait, you don't know who Chuck Norris is?
No.
Delta Force,
I'm getting ready for this.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Walker, Texas Ranger. That's the one I was trying to come up with.
Yeah.
Justin, you go first because I need to think about this.
I think a pack of ospreys. I don't know. Can it be plural?
Sure.
Cool. Pack of like a flock of ospreys.
I'm ready for Corona. I like tigers.
Are you ready for Miller?
Tigers. Okay.
Yeah, they're just fierce.
How about like like a zebra, or like a majestic giraffe, something like
Yeah,
that.
A
Maybe
giraffe. Nice.
right.
no.
That makes sense.
I want to eat like an eagle or a falcon or something like that. I want that. That's my spirit animal.
That's pretty cool.
I'll take that. Justin, why don't you kick off another question for us?
For both of you, could be spiritual, could be secular, whatever. Have you discovered any new musicians in this time? And if so, who are they and a song you recommend?
Okay, band. So I'm gonna for music's awesome. It's called State House. Is it still lagging?
Oh,
Is it
Gia's
lagging?
band.
Yes,
Genius
Gia's
band?
band.
Okay.
Gia. And the band's called State House, and they do have one song released on Spotify. It's called Dying. So if you haven't, I would check it out because it's awesome. I think that's really cool because she's working on all that music and stuff like that. And then also, I kind of listen to the same people. I haven't really listened to anything new. A lot of people aren't really releasing new music at the moment, but I kind of just listen to the same songs.
Except for this guy.
Except for Justin and State House, which is the band my friend's in, which you should check out.
Let's see. I really haven't been listening to anyone new lately, but Justin, you might relate to this. I really like black gospel. That's where I kind of grew up with.
Yeah.
That's
Bible Belt stuff.
Yeah, so I've been loving, still listening to Ty Tribbett, Israel, even though he had some trouble, stuff like that. Yeah, Israel and New Breed, really good stuff.
I think I've heard of him.
Lauren, yeah.
If
no.
you
That
don't
is right.
understand my obsession with Lauren Daigle, you'll never ever understand that.
Okay,
that's like a whole new level.
Okay, I take that back. I actually have been listening to Lauren Daigle because of you, because you said
everything she stands for is amazing. Like, she's just amazing. If you don't know who she is, honestly, that you're missing out.
Question for you, Adriana. It is going to be kind of hard, and you may have to Google this real quick because I actually had to Google mine just to double check the reference. But if you had to decide one Bible verse, a Bible verse for this time that you are in right now.
Perfect. All right, I gotta Google mine. I think.
Okay.
Wait. I know what it is. Actually, I had it on my phone, my Instagram. So somebody else, Justin, maybe you answer this right now or something because I'm looking mine up as we speak.
I found Great Connection. It was actually during that push-up challenge that Pastor Brian started that I found this one verse. I just stumbled on it. It was Matthew chapter 4, verse 4, and I don't think I can quote it directly because I didn't memorize it that much.
Similar.
But it's sort of like
my computer's not working.
Jesus said, "What you should take should only come from the mouth of God." Stuff like that, and I actually looked up the context for it, which I think made it even crazier because.
Okay.
It turns out when he said this, it was when the devil was tempting him during his time of fasting in the forest, which, as we all know, during this time right now is Lent. So, I think it's amazing how that happened, how I managed to come across that one and have it sort of be relevant to me,
Yeah, Jesus in the wilderness. That whole story is actually pretty amazing. But all right, Adriana, go ahead.
Okay. When I shut up the heavens so that there is no rain, or command, I think it's, lotus, something like that, to devour the land, or send a plague among my people. Yeah. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and will heal their land. And that's 2 Chronicles 7:13 through 14. And I love that because right now, that is like perfect because I'm not sure where it is, but the locust or whatever it's called.
Locust.
Yeah. So that's what's happening in somewhere, I think in Africa. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. And they're kind of like swarming to like a really terrible amount. And then there's no rain in Australia and all these like forest fires. And then here is this plague. And it says that exactly. So I think this is really God trying to reach people and like make them like help them understand that you have nothing else to do in this time but grow closer to me. You know what I mean? So I think there's a reason for everything. So that's why I
Yeah.
really like that. I put that on my Instagram actually.
Really?
Very cool. Yeah, I've been kind of going through Romans, and I encourage you, for anyone who's listening, go through Romans Road. Now, Romans Road is a collection of verses in Romans, and some of them are in different orders, whatever. So just Google it. But yeah. Anyways, I was kind of going through Romans, and Romans 8:28. I know that's such a typical like cop out kind of verse, but it says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him and who have been called according to His purpose. And all I know is this: is that God doesn't want bad things to happen. Like He didn't.
No.
Like, contrary to popular belief, okay, God didn't send the coronavirus to
Yeah.
punish us. You know what I mean? That doesn't work
Mhm.
that way. The truth is, we live in a fallen world, and
Sin fracture.
yeah, sin and everything is what causes stuff, or whatever. But yeah, but I do love this, that God can take a really messed up situation, like the one we're in right now, and if we let Him, if we let Him, that's a personal choice that we have to make. We actually have to let Him do a work in us, and I don't know, make things work out for our good.
Yeah. I actually have a story about that quick.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know
sure.
we're trying to go quickly, but
We're good.
for me, with like running and things that have been happening, like my last season, which is indoor track, some people know what that is, obviously, or have done it, was like really difficult for me. And like I was just not good. Like I wasn't happy with how I was doing. After like every race, I was upset. It wasn't fun anymore. Like it got to a point where I was just like all the time I was upset. And what everyone kept telling me, with my coach, my mom, friends, parents who were past runners, were saying you have to be more confident in yourself, and like this whole idea of like independence and focusing on you and not about what other people are going to do, because you get so nervous about other people and what they're doing, and you don't focus on yourself. But my thought was, I don't ever train on my own because I can't. Like I train Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday it would be the only day I would train on my own, and that's like not a lot of time. And then that was not even like a week or two before this whole thing hit. And now we're not at school, we don't have practice, and all I've been doing is running and training on my own at the track, and like workouts and in my house, like arm workouts or ab workouts, or going out on like a run by myself and just kind of enjoying it and like figuring out my own kind of pace. So I feel like for me, the biggest thing I've learned is like independence, and like being mentally strong on my own and not having to depend on like this person, or oh, I hope this person runs with me because they like it makes me less nervous. Like it shouldn't be that. It should be I am confident in myself. So I think that's just an example of how He's using this kind of to grow a different situation.
You know, that's a really good spiritual principle too. You know what I mean? Like not basing your faith journey or your faith walk or your run,
Off
with
of
Christ
someone else.
off of someone else. So that was
Exactly.
a pretty good thought. Well, anyways, we're about to shut this thing down. Adriana, Justin, any last words?
Tune in next Monday. We're gonna have another guest. We'll introduce them next Monday. Some of you may know her, some of you may not, but
Yeah.
Justin,
thanks for having me, and
thank you.
Yes, thank you for
very
coming
much.
on.
This is Justin Vreeland. You can't really see it, but it will be coming out probably around, say, next Sunday, if I've gauged this right. And it is my new EP. Please just give it a listen when it comes out. And if you're a venue or a gig or whatever, just call me up or email me.
Yes.
And
sure.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and again, didn't want to brag on Justin, but I told you this a long time ago, and I hope you remember this. Like, I really do feel that once CY, we get bigger and stronger and stuff. Once we start recording and writing our own worship songs, we're gonna be doing it at your studio.
Cool.
I don't know, man. To me, I just
awesome.
Yeah, I just look at you, and man, I just see what God has in store for you, your leadership, your calling, your love for Him, and I don't know. I just see you just going places and showing Jesus to people. You know, you already have like what 2,000 followers or something crazy.
2,000 monthly listeners. Yes.
Dang, no, that's awesome. So obviously God has given you a platform for good. So appreciate you, my friend.
I hope I can keep it. Definitely. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys.
All right. Well, Adriana, that's your cue to say
Tune in
goodbye.
next Monday. Thank you guys for watching, and we hope it was fun. If you have any ideas also, you can comment them down below of like topics you want to hear us talk about, or like anything like that. Or if you have a special guest or want to be a special guest, definitely comment down below, and then we'll put you on. See you guys next time.